Good morning, Mount Olive. I've got a co-host this morning for devotions, and it was kind of her idea, so I wanted her to join me. So, welcome, Roz, to the devotion. And so we talked about one of the things that stuck out in our minds about the sermon yesterday, and there were 4 factors that led him to the state of the long night of the soul. And one of those factors was negative comments. I think I said a negative attitude, discouraging words, criticism, complaining, and that came from his wife. So his wife came to him after the devil had struck him with sickness, and he's sitting in the trash dump, and he's scraping his sores from his sickness, and his wife comes to him, and she says, "Do you still hold fast your integrity?" In Job in chapter 2. "Won't you curse God and die?" But he said unto her, "You speak as one of the foolish women speak." And so we said over time, though, those words and those that negative speech over his mind, over time, could bring him to the place of the long night of the soul. And so we talked about being careful not to discourage someone's faith. And like I think, Roz, you said one thing stood out to you was something about Job's faith with the cup. That you said that his faith began to crack or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so one of the reasons his faith began to crack was with the negative comments and the words of discouragement. So in Ephesians 4:29, it tells us, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of the edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers." Words that edify, words that minister grace unto the hearers. Now, one of my favorite versions, that is an alternate version of King James, is the Amplified, and it says this: "Do not let unwholesome, foul, profane, worthless, vulgar words ever come out of your mouth, but only such speech as it is good for building up others, according to the need and the occasion, so that it will be a blessing to those who hear you speak." Ross, what's your favorite alternate version?
Definitely the Message.
The Message.
And it says, "Watch the way you talk. Let nothing foul or dirty come out of your mouth. Say only what helps. Each word a gift."
So our devotion is to focus in on the words of course, there was accusing words that came from his friends later. We talked about that. But we're focusing on this Monday morning on the words that came from his wife. And I said one time, I think the last sermon, some commentators say that the reason the devil didn't touch Job's wife, her life, was because she would cause him more suffering alive than not. And that's because of her words and her negativity and her complaining. And so she discouraged his faith to the point that his faith began to crack a little bit. You got anything? Nope. All right, so be careful of those words, and that's a good one for me. Be careful of those words today and this week, and try not to be a discourager of someone's faith. And God forgive us and help us if we have complained and negative and discouraged someone's faith. So is that all? All right, now have a great day.